Dan, Buck, and Susanna present Little News Ears.
Hey, you! Are you 4? I am, and my name's Bram, and I'm 4!
And I'm Jake, Bram's dad, but some people call me BoxerBlu. Blah! And here is the news. Boys and girls, how many synonyms, words that mean the same thing, can you think of for the word puke?
Oh, puke! Yeah, there's lots. There's puke, vomit, throw up, upchuck, Ralph, barf.
Okay, you get the point. Today is Saturday, January 18th, and it's National Thesaurus Day.
Oh, a thesaurus! I don't know what that is. I think it might be a dinosaur, but I'm not sure.
No, thesaurus, it's a book that has all the words that mean more or less the same thing. So, for example, words like magnificent, fantastic, amazing, wonderful, marvelous, incredible, they're all kind of like the same thing, right?
Well, they're not exactly the same,
But they're pretty similar. And it's all about that.
okay, that's a really weird holiday.
Yes, it is. Douche.
So, this is pretty cool, I think. There's a movie I love. It's called Breakfast at Tiffany's. You ever seen it?
I have seen it. Bram, have you seen it? Are you sure you have seen it?
Yes, I have. Audrey Hepburn's in it, and there's this sad scene where she's so sad and she's like crying.
Yes. Boys and girls outside. You're probably too young to see Breakfast at Tiffany. And anyway, Tiffany is a very famous jewelry store in New York City. You know, in fact, they have their own color. It's like a robin egg blue color.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Yes. And they recently moved 114,000 jewels.
Oh my gosh. How do they do that?
Well, basically, they had dozens of security officers, about 30 or so. They had a vow of secrecy.
Ooh, a vow of secrecy. I like that. Or no one says anything.
Exactly. And they had lots of cameras, hundreds of cameras, and they moved, even like this $2.475 million engagement ring. They had everything wrapped in shrink wrap and extra locks, stuff like that, and they did it without a single theft.
Oh, that's so good. I don't like when things are stolen.
Douche. So this is very serious. Let's talk about the Philippines for a second. It's the first time we've ever talked about the Philippines. They aren't too far from location 27, if you want to know. But it's quite serious. There are about 900 villagers who are very sick. There's a volcano. It's called Tal, and it's shooting volcanic ashes and smoke and all kinds of things up into the air. In fact, 9 miles high.
What? 9 miles? Like from here to, I don't know, Brooklyn?
Exactly, all the way up. It's very, very, very dangerous. 125,000 people have fled.
Fled?
They've left, and they're just. It's a very dangerous situation. It's in the Batangas province, just so you know. Douche.
So, I don't know if you know this. It's also serious news. It's not so far from the Philippines. In Australia, there's fires that are going everywhere, right? Many people, like 25 people have been killed, and like 2,000 homes have been destroyed. And I want to let you know about the aborigines.
Oh, the aborigines, yes. They're sort of like, we have Native Americans in the United States. We have the Sami in Norway, and we have different native people. And in Australia, we call them aborigines, and what they've been doing to fight fires is very interesting, because in Zusania, this is what we also do very often. Instead of relying on water, which you can't always find, what the aborigines do is they burn. They make little defensive burning fires ahead of time.
Oh, they fight fire with fire?
Exactly. So they're using they burn the underbrush, the little parts that tend to make fires worse ahead of time. So there's nothing really to burn later.
Oh my gosh. And so why is this news?
Well, basically, the scientists in Australia are starting to use these techniques to fight fire with fire, literally. Oh, douche.
Dad, do you think that mustaches are dangerous?
Mustaches? Well, Burt Reynolds' mustache sure was dangerous with the ladies.
What?
It was a joke. But anyway, why do you ask?
Oh, well, in South Korea, we have American ambassador there. His name's Harry B. Harris Jr., and he's Japanese-American. Doesn't really matter, I guess, but his mom was Japanese, and his dad was a Navy American man, and the people in South Korea don't like his mustache.
Oh, they don't like his mustache. Why?
Well, Well, it's a little complicated, but, before and through World War II, 1910 to 1945, Japan colonized South Korea.
Oh, and North Korea too is all together, right?
Yes.
Maybe just tell me what colonized means. What does that mean?
Well, a long time ago, countries that were powerful, they had this idea that they would take over other lands. So that's kind of what happened to Africa and even the United States. We were originally a colony of Great Britain, the United Kingdom.
Yes, Korea was once united, and it was colonized by Japan.
Yes, and they weren't very nice, I guess. And a lot of the people who were the colonizers, they had these specific mustaches, and they looked a certain way. And now South Koreans, some of them are saying that Harry B. Harris Jr., he looks just like them.
Oh, that's a little peculiar.
Yes, but I understand where they're coming from.
Douche.
I don't know about you, but sometimes I worry about, looking at cell phones too much. Like my dad says I look at Homer too much.
Yes, Bram loves the Homer app. He uses that app a lot. But there's pretty interesting news in the Journal of Child Psychology and Psychiatry. Basically, some scientists are saying that maybe social media like Facebook, WhatsApp, I don't know, all those things that people use, TikTok, that it's not as bad as people think, that it's more like a mirror. So in other words, if those things didn't exist, then maybe kids would still be, some of them would be having some trouble.
Oh, I see. So, how does it compare to things like, I don't know, eating badly or smoking or, I don't know, things like that?
Oh, well, it's actually, there's no comparison. Those things are much worse for teenagers. If you don't get enough sleep, if you're not eating properly, if you're smoking, it's much, much worse than being on Facebook or whatever.
Oh! Well, everybody, it was really nice to see you. I'm so excited. You know why? I just bought some roller skates.
I think you mean ice skates.
Yeah, sorry. We just got some ice skates, and I got them from this place. It's called the Polar Ice Shop or something like that. It's very far away, and for 55 minutes, they measured my feet exactly. So we're going to go skating soon, and we're going to go skiing soon, too, and I can't wait. It's really, really fun.
Yep. Don't forget, everybody, I love my son, Bram, very, very much. I'm going to give him a big kiss. Mwah.
Thanks, Dad.
And don't forget, the Little News Ears is always there for you. As you get older, we'll get older, too.
What? No, you mean the news will get older, too.
Yes. Bye, everybody. Bye. Whoosh.
Don't forget to check out our videos on YouTube.com and our teacher lesson plans and more on LittleNewsEars.com. May your sweetness shine
and your colors glow. Blah! Sources for today's broadcast include the New York Times and NBC News.